Did you know that the simple act of breathing can have a profound impact on your mind? Yes, you heard it right. It's not just about filling our lungs with oxygen or keeping us alive. It's also about connecting deeply with ourselves, our thoughts, and our emotions. This may seem like a bold statement, but it's backed by centuries of wisdom from Buddha's teachings. The connection between our breath and our mind is a recurring theme in Buddha's teachings, and it's one that's often overlooked in our fast-paced modern world. But here's the thing, our breath isn't just a biological necessity. It's a bridge, a link, a conduit that can lead us to a deeper understanding of our mind. Buddha's teachings tell us that our breath is a vital life force, a subtle rhythm that weaves through each moment of our existence. It's always with us, a constant companion from the time we take our first breath to the moment we exhale our last. But in the hustle and bustle of our daily lives, we often forget this simple fact. We take our breath for granted. We breathe without thinking, without noticing. But what if we started paying attention? What if we started noticing the gentle rise and fall of our chest, the cool air entering our nostrils, the warm air leaving our bodies? According to Buddha, when we start observing our breath, we start observing our mind. We become mindful of our thoughts, our emotions, and our reactions. We start to see things as they really are, not as we want them to be. We develop a sense of calm, a sense of peace, a sense of understanding. This isn't about escaping reality or finding a magic cure for all our problems. It's about developing a deeper connection with ourselves, with our thoughts, and with our emotions. It's about learning to navigate the complex landscape of our mind with grace, with compassion, and with understanding. So, what happens when we start paying conscious attention to our breath? Let's continue this intriguing journey to find out. The breath, often unnoticed, is our life's silent rhythm. It's the constant companion that's with us from the moment we're born until the day we draw our last breath. Yet, it's so easy to take it for granted. But in Buddha's teachings, the breath is revered. It's seen not just as a biological function, but as a life force, a bridge between our body and our spirit. To understand why, let's take a closer look at how breath works. When we breathe in, we draw oxygen into our lungs. This oxygen is then carried to every cell in our body, fueling them, keeping them alive. When we breathe out, we expel carbon dioxide, a waste product of our body's metabolism. This simple act of breathing, this exchange of gases, is vital for our survival. But for Buddha, breath was more than just a physical process. He saw it as a manifestation of prana, or life energy. In his teachings, breath is the silent rhythm that underpins our existence. It's the quiet symphony that plays in the background of our lives, often unnoticed, yet profoundly impactful. Breath, Buddha taught, is the mirror of our mind. When we're stressed or anxious, our breath becomes shallow, rapid. But when we're relaxed or focused, our breath is slow, deep. By observing our breath, we can gain insights into our emotional and mental state. Moreover, Buddha proposed that by consciously controlling our breath, we can influence our mind. We can calm our thoughts, cultivate mindfulness, and foster inner peace. This is the cornerstone of Buddha's teachings on breath, that our breath is not just a life-sustaining function, but a powerful tool for personal transformation. Now let's shift our focus from our breath to our mind. What do you think happens there? Our minds can be as wild as untrained horses or as calm as trained stallions. A thought-provoking statement, isn't it? But what does it mean, and how does it relate to Buddha's teachings? Buddha described the mind as a wild horse, galloping without direction, guided by its whims and fancies. It's often restless, jumping from thought to thought, like a monkey swinging from tree to tree. This is the untrained mind, constantly in motion, never at rest. The untrained mind is easily influenced by external stimuli, being swept away by the torrents of emotions and thoughts. It is reactive, not proactive. It responds to situations impulsively, often leading to regrettable actions. It's like a wild horse running aimlessly, not knowing where it's going. But what if we could tame this wild horse? What if we could train it to be calm, focused and responsive rather than reactive? This is where the concept of the trained mind comes in. In Buddha's teachings, the trained mind is like a well-disciplined stallion. It is calm, focused and aware. It doesn't get swept away by the currents of emotions and thoughts. Instead, it observes them, understands them, and then responds wisely. It's proactive, not reactive. Training the mind is not about suppressing thoughts or emotions. It's about understanding them, accepting them, and then letting them go. It's about developing a sense of awareness, a sense of mindfulness. It's about living in the present moment, not in the past or the future. So, how do we train our minds? How do we transform our minds from wild horses to disciplined stallions? The answer lies in the breath. Yes, the simple act of breathing can be a powerful tool for mind training. But how does our breath influence our mind? Let's explore. Our breath is a gateway to mindfulness. A powerful statement, isn't it? But what does it truly mean? Let's explore. Mindfulness, as taught by Buddha, is the practice of being fully aware and present in each moment. It's about observing without judgment, accepting things as they are, not as we want them to be. And one of the simplest, most effective ways to cultivate mindfulness is through the breath. This practice is known as anapanasati, or mindfulness of breathing. It's a technique that Buddha taught more than 2,500 years ago, and it's as relevant today as it was back then. It's a practice that asks us to bring our full attention to the sensation of breathing, to the rhythmic rise and fall of our chest, to the gentle air entering and leaving our nostrils. It's about tuning into the present moment, one breath at a time. But how does this affect the mind? Well, when we focus on our breath, we give our mind something constant to anchor onto. This steadies the mind, calms the mental chatter, and allows us to see things more clearly. It's like smoothing out the ripples on a pond, allowing us to see the bottom clearly. Moreover, focusing on the breath teaches us about impermanence, a key concept in Buddha's teachings. Each breath is unique, coming and going, never to be repeated. Observing this can help us understand the transitory nature of all things, leading to a deeper sense of peace and equanimity. Breath, in this way, serves as a bridge, connecting us to the present moment and offering us a direct route to mindfulness. It's a tool that's always with us, always available, no matter where we are or what we're doing. Now, take a moment to notice your breath. How does it feel? Is it shallow or deep, fast or slow? Can you feel the coolness of the air as you inhale, the warmth as you exhale? This simple act, this moment of awareness, is the first step on your journey to mindfulness. Remember, the breath is more than just a physical act. It's a pathway to peace, a gateway to mindfulness. Modern science too echoes Buddha's teachings. As we delve into the fascinating world of neurobiology and psychology, we see a remarkable alignment with the ancient wisdom of Buddha. The breath, often overlooked by many, is now seen as a powerful tool for mental well-being. Research in the realm of psychology has found that controlled breathing can help manage stress and anxiety. When you consciously slow down your breath, your body responds by reducing the heart rate and lowering blood pressure. This physiological change signals the brain to shift from a state of high alert to a state of calm. It's like telling your mind, all is well, you can relax now. Now, let's talk about the biological connection between the breath and the brain. Our brains are wired with a set of neurons called the respiratory pacemaker. This group of neurons not only regulates our breathing patterns, but also interacts with the areas of the brain related to attention, excitement, and anxiety. So, when you alter your breathing rhythm, you're essentially communicating with these areas, influencing your mental state. This is where the science meets Buddha's teachings. When Buddha spoke of mindfulness of breathing, he was pointing to this very interaction. By focusing on the breath, we can guide our minds from chaos to calm, from distraction to attention. But here's the catch. It's not just about deep breathing. It's about mindful breathing. It's about being fully present with each inhale and exhale, feeling the flow of life force within you. When you breathe with awareness, you're not just oxygenating your body, you're also nourishing your mind with attention and care. So, the next time you find yourself caught up in a whirlwind of thoughts or emotions, remember this. Your breath is your ally, your bridge to a calmer mind. Breathing mindfully is like whispering to your brain, it's time to relax, it's time to focus. Let's listen to a real-life story that beautifully illustrates this connection. Meditation and breath, two sides of the same coin. This phrase encapsulates the essence of Buddha's teachings on meditation. The breath serves as a bridge, connecting our body and mind, grounding us in the present moment. Numerous meditation practices highlight the importance of breath. One of the most fundamental is anapanasati, or mindfulness of breathing. This technique, taught by Buddha himself, involves focusing one's attention on the sensations of breathing. As you inhale, you become aware of the cool air entering your nostrils, filling your lungs. As you exhale, you observe the warm air leaving your body. This simple act of observation, devoid of judgment or expectation, helps cultivate a sense of peace and tranquility. But it's not just about peace. The breath can also serve as a tool for insight and transformation. In Vipassana, another meditation practice rooted in Buddha's teachings, the breath is used as a focal point to observe the impermanent nature of all phenomena. By observing the ever-changing sensations of the breath, we begin to understand the transient nature of our thoughts, emotions, and experiences. This understanding can lead to profound shifts in perspective, fostering greater acceptance and equanimity. Breath-focused meditation practices aren't confined to Buddhism. They are found in many spiritual traditions, reflecting a universal recognition of the breath's transformative potential. From the pranayama practices of yoga to the hesychastic prayer of the Christian Orthodox tradition, the breath is revered as a sacred conduit to higher states of consciousness. Buddha emphasized the importance of breath in meditation, stating, breathing in long, he discerns, I am breathing in long. Or breathing out long, he discerns, I am breathing out long. He trains himself, I will breathe in calming bodily fabrication. I will breathe out calming bodily fabrication. In this way, the breath becomes a tool for self-awareness and self-regulation, guiding us towards inner peace and clarity. So, how can we apply this ancient wisdom in our daily lives? By making each breath a conscious act of mindfulness, we can transform mundane moments into opportunities for presence and peace. It all begins with a single breath. The art of breathing in meditation is truly an art of living, transforming our lives one breath at a time. This isn't just a catchy phrase, it's a reality that countless individuals have experienced through mindful breathing. Everyday life is filled with stressors, deadlines, traffic jams, disagreements that can cause our breath to become shallow and our minds to race. But by bringing our focus to our breath, we can navigate these situations with greater ease and calm. So how does one apply mindful breathing in day-to-day life? First, start your day with a few minutes of focused breathing. As you wake up, before the hustle and bustle of the day begins, sit quietly and observe your breath. This simple practice can set a positive tone for the rest of your day. Next, use your breath as an anchor during stressful moments. If you find yourself in a tense situation, take a moment to focus on your breath. Feel the air entering and leaving your body. This can help bring you back to the present moment and reduce feelings of stress and anxiety. Finally, end your day with mindful breathing. Just as you began your day with your breath, end it the same way. This can help you unwind, let go of the day's worries, and prepare for a restful night's sleep. Now let's hear from others who have transformed their lives through mindful breathing. John, a busy entrepreneur, found himself constantly stressed and unable to focus. He started practicing mindful breathing and noticed a significant change. He says, mindful breathing helped me find a sense of calm amidst the chaos. It's like I found a secret weapon to tackle stress. Similarly, Sarah, a school teacher, used mindful breathing to manage her classroom better. She shares, "Practicing mindful breathing helped me stay calm and patient with my students. It's made a world of difference in my teaching and personal life." These are just two of countless stories of transformation through breath-mind awareness. Each breath we take holds the power to transform our minds and our lives. But what challenges might we encounter in this practice? Every journey has its challenges, and this one is no different. As we start to pay more attention to our breath and mind, we may encounter some common hurdles. For instance, many of us may find it hard to sit still and focus on our breath. We may get easily distracted by our thoughts or even fall asleep. But remember, these are not signs of failure, but rather part of the journey of learning and growth. Another common misconception is that mindfulness of breathing is about controlling or manipulating our breath. However, Buddha's teachings emphasize observing the breath as it is without trying to change it. This practice is not about achieving a certain state of mind, but about understanding and accepting our present experience. Moreover, some might think that this practice is reserved for monks or spiritual seekers. But the truth is, anyone can practice and benefit from this simple yet powerful technique. And now, let's take a moment to reflect on what we have learned. Let's take a deep breath and reflect on our journey. From the serene lake of our introduction, we've traversed the landscape of Buddha's teachings on the profound relationship between breath and mind. We've learned how the breath, this silent rhythm of life, is more than just a biological necessity. According to Buddha, it's the life force itself, an intricate dance of existence that keeps us tethered to the present moment. We then ventured into the realm of the mind, exploring its dual nature. Like a wild horse, the untrained mind can be chaotic and unruly, but with discipline and practice, it can become a trained stallion, responsive and focused. We discovered the transformative power of mindfulness of breathing, or anapanasati, a practice that can help us harness the full potential of our mind. By simply paying attention to our breath, we can induce a state of calm and clarity, fostering a deeper connection with our inner selves. Science, it turns out, backs up these ancient teachings. Modern research shows a direct correlation between our breathing patterns and our psychological well-being. Studies have found that mindful breathing can reduce stress, improve cognitive function, and even alter the structure of our brain. We delved into the art of breathing in meditation practices, exploring how different techniques can impact our mental state. Buddha's teachings on meditation and breath offer us a roadmap to inner peace and wisdom. We also looked at how we can apply these breathing techniques in our daily lives. Personal stories of transformation through breath-mind awareness are a testament to the power of this practice. Finally, we addressed some common challenges and misconceptions in practicing breath-mind awareness. Debunking these myths allows us to approach this practice with an open mind and a willing heart. Remember, the breath is not just a life force, it's a force for a mindful life. So the next time you breathe, remember, you're not just inhaling oxygen, you're inhaling life.